Well, hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for February 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is your monthly reading for February. I do want to apologize for the delay in getting this reading to you all. My friend was very unwell there, so I took a trip to be with them and help them out for a little while. So I was in their space and not my usual space, but I'm back to my usual environment. So here I am. It just meant that the readings was a little bit delayed, but they really did need my help. So here I am. Anyway, I want you to be aware that, of course, it is February. You know that already. And it's come round very quickly, and it's also going to be a bit of a roller coaster. Now, they're actually showing me in the water, even before I start, they're showing me the High Priestess. And before I even got to your reading, I do like a little 10-minute meditation there, and they kept showing me the High Priestess for you. So perhaps some of you are thinking about your spiritual development this month, or you are going off grid for a little while to focus on something, because the High Priestess tends to be very thoughtful, mute, doesn't really reach out to many people, whilst there is this energy of connecting to your inner self. Some of you may also feel a little bit in between worlds at this moment in time. You may feel that the world as we know it has shifted in some way, and it just feels a little bit alien, and you're trying to make your way through it right now, and you're trying to use your intuitive gifts at this time. And of course, I will mention what my guides gave me regarding what's going on in the world in a moment. But, you know, the High Priestess energy can also indicate that some of you are, you know, really interested in the mysteries of the universe at this time. Some of you may submerge yourself in like documentaries of the unknown, past civilizations, and, you know, the spirit world, UFOs, things like that, classified things as well. That's just coming up there in the energy field right now. I don't normally talk about stuff like that, but it is showing up. So perhaps that's something that you are wanting to spend some me time searching for or looking at as you develop your own spiritual gifts as well, okay? Yeah, we got the World card there as your first card, so perhaps that is something that you are, like everybody else at the moment, keeping an eye on things, because things seem to have shifted in the last couple of years and ramped up that level of crazy. But I really want you to be aware that there's so much positive energy around for the collective, okay? All planets are direct, which means you'll have the energy to be full steam ahead on all your plans, and there'll be no blockages in your path when all the planets are direct there. Plus, we have a full moon in the sign of Virgo, which means that you're going to cast a critical eye on all that needs to be done, get organized, and make things happen on your own terms. And also the super new moon in the sign of Aquarius, which sees you be a little bit more sociable or more interested in things that are occurring in your environment, the community, you know, festivals, or really interesting things that you want to book, whether it's, you know, theatrical or something based in your interests, like a hobby. You'll definitely be booking things like that this month. But also you'll be in the flow of focusing on your tasks, money, and budget-related endeavors, as well as planning strategies for the future. This is the month to allow your visions to guide your future and implement the necessary steps that you need to take to make life happen for you. Now, mid-month, we also have Mars adding extra fire to the mix, which enhances ambition and determination to get those projects done. But also, with every positive, there is a bit of a negative, and you could see a clash of personalities in the middle of the month, because because, Mars adds a little bit of extra pressure, and there could be some tense arguments or people just getting a little bit cranky around about that time. If you're on the subway, someone being a little bit cranky there, or if you're in a relationship, there could be a little bit of tension, or even, your boss or road rage, that sort of thing. So just watch out for that. It won't last long. It'll last for about 5 to 6 days there, but I feel, it's worth noting. Also, of course, on a global scale, there will be more shocks and clashes as Pluto continues to unearth hidden agendas and power plays that affect us all globally. And Mars being direct, and it will be direct right up until December of this year, it tends to fuel the path to fiery clashes. Okay, so Pluto in Aquarius for the foreseeable future could also entail that collectively we'll somehow be roped into a global conflict. But I want you to be aware that this is a period where more power is actually given to the people. Okay, standing strong together is a powerful force against the negative narratives in play. And my guides this morning, actually, because I was really wrestling with this, my guides gave me this to give to you all, which is there is a lot of clickbait. I'm guessing they, are using my dialogue and language, but there's a lot of clickbait and provocative rhetoric, which is designed to keep you in low vibrational fear. Do not attach yourselves to it. It can stifle your motivation to make progress in your personal growth and development, as well as your personal plans to elevate, okay? Easier said than done, I know, because even when you're avoiding the news or mainstream news, it still seems to find us, okay? So I want you to be aware that there is a balancing energy going on there, okay? And so I feel it's really important to focus on your own personal path and push on through at this time. I really want everyone to be aware as well that this channel that I do, I really want it to be about your own personal development and growth, and protect the sanctity of this channel for your own elevation, okay? I'm thinking about doing a separate channel where I use my scrying capabilities to see images that could potentially relate to the future. Let me know in the comments box below if it's something that you would be interested in. I will set that up and see what I can see, so we can decode it kind of together as to what comes up there. But ultimately, I want to keep this channel a little bit more about your own personal development and growth, and help you raise your vibrations rather than, sort of instill fear, conflict, or, paranoia, okay? Because I feel there's a lot of that going on around at the moment. Now, with respect, I'm going to disconnect from that energy because actually February is a very positive month. It occurs in a leap year, which is very powerful and delivers extra luck to you on your personal path. Also, the extra day keeps the seasons regulated and everything in natural order. And of course, we have Valentine's Day on the 14th that heralds the day of love. Even though I always say this, it's very commercialized and every day should be a day of love, but here we are. Some of you may have a declaration of love and romance from your nearest and dearest this month. And also exes have a strong potential to try and reconnect during these times. But because all planets are direct at the moment, it's a little bit of a lesser energy. I do want you to be aware of that. Also, Chiron is super active this month, which is often referred to as the wounded healer. So you'll be in a deep healing period and channel that inner strength into new projects or endeavors that see you turn pain to gain. Chiron approaches the moon's north node this month, encouraging you to embrace your individuality, shine your unique light, and you may even launch like a new lifestyle choice or a new look or even a new approach to something that you already do. Now, this month, you really are magnetic. So, utilize that energy to tap into. And your first card there is the World card. So I definitely see that you are ending a cycle of repeat in your world in some way. For some of you on a local energy, it could be that you are deciding to eradicate something in your diet that perhaps has been making you feel low energy, low vibe, or you're intolerant to, something that is perhaps making you feel too full and that it's just weighing you down. I get a sense here that you're walking away from something, especially since you've got the Eight of Cups here as well. Okay, for some of you, you're coming to the end of a personal cycle, and this could be that you're thinking about retiring during this month. It could also be that you are completing projects and that you are tying up loose ends before you go on a vacation for some of you, because they're showing me a hammock right now, okay, in the water. The image that I can see is a hammock, and this could be like you're supported on your path, but you need better quality me time or time away. Can also represent vacation or, you know, good quality rest there. So I feel some of you, you know, you could be busy doing, very productive, trying to get all those projects finished so that you can have a break. It could be like a quick trip there, but it also could be a little bit more of a soul-searching mission, because your 12th house is actually influencing you at the beginning of the month. Now, this is the deepest part of your chart. You may feel more sensitive than usual. This is a time to commit yourself to your higher self. And if you're on a spiritual path, you may develop deeper sense of awareness and receive important messages for your personal growth. You may feel like withdrawing. Maybe that's why I was being given the High Priestess energy. I mean, you didn't get the High Priestess here, so I'm actually really surprised because they were giving me that. Maybe you're going to see images of the High Priestess over the next coming months. Maybe that's why I was given that for you. But this is a period of, you know, focusing on important projects, or if you've been super busy, it's about taking time to relax and recharge your batteries. And some of you may even be contemplating a spiritual retreat at this time, because the World card, it can represent travel, or some of you may be wondering where you feel like you belong in the world, okay? And the Eight of Cups is like to go on a journey of discovery, to let go and go seeking a deeper meaning in life in order to find peace of mind. So some of you are really trying hard to look at your environment and find a way to explore it in a deeper way. Now, of course, the world can also represent, and I'm not going to ignore it, it can represent that you are keeping a close eye on, you know, people who govern our world, especially since you have the World card there, the Emperor, that can represent the establishment. So I feel some of you are really looking at the way things are being run by leaders. And with the Chariot card, it's like you don't want them to move forward on some of the plans that they have in store collectively for us all. I mean, I feel that there is going to be some sort of news in that arena. And I feel that with the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords, I feel like you're trying to find peace of mind during difficult times, okay? And of course, in a global environment, there are some very volatile and difficult times ahead, but I feel it's really important to recognize that there is a balancing energy that will shift things also on a positive level, okay? So I feel like there are two energies at play at the moment, and as we raise our vibrations, I feel, you know, there's more of us in terms of raising vibrations than there are of collective establishments. Let's put it that way, okay? Now, coming to a more local energy to yourself, the World card can also indicate that you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities this month. This is a card of success. It's about completing your goals. You're going to be very goal-oriented this month. You've got a lot to do. You're going to be very busy, and you're going to be very productive, and I feel like you're going to be right on target. They're showing me a clock right now as well for you, so this can indicate something is time-sensitive this month. Please pay close attention to your hard copy mail. There may be something in the mail that you really need to pay close attention to. There may be a deadline that's on it, and you don't want to miss it. You know, sometimes I can look at some mail and think, I'll read that later, and then I kind of forget about it, okay? So I feel there's that energy coming through right now, because, I mean, it could be like a check that's coming through for you, and you don't really want to miss out on that. It would be very nice, but there could also be something that you need to fill in, like a contract or like some sort of paperwork that you need to adhere to, and I feel like you won't want to miss it. This could also come in email form, okay, but I feel it's really important to keep an eye on correspondence during the month of February. Now, the World card, it literally says here, make the most of your life. Time to accept differences and learn to live with them. There are some things that we can change in our world that we have control over, and then there are other things that we cannot. If we cannot change something, then we must make our peace with it and recognize that we must focus on ourselves and the things that we can change for ourselves, because excess anxiety and worry is not going to help the situation. It's not going to change the situation, but also it wastes precious, valuable energy that you could channel into elevating in your own world. Okay, so I feel you're really looking at that as well. But the World card, I feel very goal oriented. I definitely see some sort of opportunity for you to celebrate this month. And some of you may even be thinking about moving countries. Okay, I'm feeling it in the ether at the moment. There's like a major kind of restructure going on all over the world, and we can all see it. But also on a more personal level, I feel there's this energy of like, do I really belong where I'm at right now, and how can I work towards maybe emigrating to a place where I feel like I belong? So some of you may be thinking about either, you know, setting up a business overseas, or some of you may be thinking about purchasing a holiday home if you're lucky enough to have that resource, as in finances. Some of you may be just thinking about, you know, moving your life to a different country. And, you know, again, some of you are just like, I need a holiday. I know it's February. It's difficult. There's a lot going on. I just need another holiday to get over, you know, just that 1 month, because I feel January was a lot for everybody. Okay. Now, we do have the Page of Pentacles here, which means you make a lot of effort into everything you do. You put your whole heart and soul into everything you do. I feel right now you're committed to your prosperity, and I feel you've been working really hard. If you're in a career, I feel some of you may hear some sort of financial news. This could come in the form of like a promotion or a raise, or some sort of opportunity to staircase in your current circumstances, because Page of Pentacles, it tends to mean, you know, a job coming in. So if you're currently out of work and you've been made redundant, or you came to the end of a contract and you're looking for new work, there is a new one on the horizon. And February is a really great month for you to, you know, get a new position. But what I do see here is that it feels very much like there's 2 opportunities, maybe even 3, because I feel it's 2.5, and I don't know how you could have a half. So maybe it's where you're at right now. They've offered you like a little bit extra time to stay, or it could be that perhaps there's like a seasonal thing, something that's a little bit more freelance that comes in. But I feel like there's 2 main opportunities that you'll be offered. So whether you're currently out of work, or whether you are currently in a position and you're thinking about leaving a position, putting your resume out there, I feel there is 2 opportunities that arise. One of them is not going to go your way. I want you to be aware of that. And of course, there's disappointment there. I can't lie to you. You've got a 3 of Swords and a 4 of Swords. So some of you may become a little bit insular and feel, you know, a little bit rejected with that scenario. But there is a reason. The universe is setting you up with something that's more in alignment with your passions. I feel like you're very driven, you're very gifted, but there's like a new role coming up. The second role is for you. It feels very much like creative. It feels like bold, daring. It feels exciting, and it's more in alignment with your purpose. Okay. So I feel, yes, you're going to miss out on something, but I want you to be aware it's because you're about to get something even greater. And I feel, looking back, you'll see this moment as being the moment you had a lucky escape and not took that other role, or it didn't go your way or your favor. I mean, it could be that you're going to turn it down, but actually looking at the cards, I feel like, you know, it doesn't go in your favor, because I feel it almost feels like the role is available in order to tick boxes, but I feel it's already kind of filled in-house. That's the energy that I'm getting. I can't describe it in any other way. It feels like they've already kind of filled the role by headhunting someone else, okay? But they've had to put the role out there to, you know, be sort of fair legally, if that makes sense. So that's coming through. So if you do have a disappointment this month, it's because there is something even better about to replace it. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. But this month, when you got the Page of Pentacles there, some of you are thinking about setting up your own business. Okay, it could be a spiritual business, doesn't have to be, but I feel like you're venturing away from something that you already do or have been doing. And some of you may have been on a course of learning in order to, study something that will help you launch a new business or a new endeavor. But I feel there is more prosperity headed in your way, because I feel there's like a start of a new project, or there's a plan to increase your finances, and you're a doer. So I feel like you're going to make it happen, and you have the ability to attract what you need, but also the resources to attract more wealth as well. So pages, they bring news, and I feel like you're going to get a lot of news this month. There's lots coming in for you. I mean, you've got a Page of Swords here. We've got a Page of Wands. So there's three major kind of news sources coming in for you. I feel one of them is from a person perhaps you don't really want to connect to. This could be an ex. We will actually have a look at that. I'm going to move away from the career environment energy just now, but I do see that if you are in a current circumstances, you may feel micromanaged and you may think that actually you deserve better pay or better respect in the working environment. You're looking at your value. So some of you are thinking about relocating or moving because you feel that you're not given the things that you require in the role that you're currently in. Especially with the Page of Swords here, I feel that there's an energy of someone perhaps micromanaging or perhaps, talking about you behind the scenes in order to make themselves look good. So if you've come up with an idea, for example, they may try to take it as theirs. Okay, so just watch out for that as well. I'm going to move on away from that energy, but I do see that you are very passionate, very driven. You have independent, creative action, and you're very headstrong. You're unstoppable in your nature, and you're turning your visions into reality. So I definitely see that, there's an adventurous opportunity on the horizon for you, and you're going to grab it with both hands. Okay, now for everybody else, the energy here with the Eight of Cups, doing a lot of soul searching. Okay, really thinking about where you feel like you belong, but also this is a card of like letting go, re-examining where you've been, where you are right now, and where you want to take your life to the next level. So some of you are, withdrawing in order to just get clear on where you want to be. And for some of you, if you've been in a period of study, this could be where you're suddenly out in the world and doing whatever it is you've been studying. Because I definitely get a sense that you're getting a qualification or a certification, or, you're ready now to be in the big wide world doing what you've practiced to do. So congratulations. And I definitely see that, the journey is going to be a very interesting one. And I see a lot of success for you there as well. But there are going to be some ups and downs. You know that. And you can feel that there as well. Now, the Eight of Cups may also indicate some of you are trying to find balance in your world. If you feel like your career is going really well or your projects are going really well, you may notice that perhaps your love life isn't going so well. So I feel with the World card there, some of you are trying to balance things out. Even if you're in a high-level commitment, you may feel like you've had a lot of responsibilities and a lot of pressure recently, and you're trying to make time for people that you really care about. So I definitely see that you're trying to reorganize your schedule in some way to have a balance of, me time with also people that you really care about, friends, family members, soul tribe members, but also to do some work or, really focus on your financial endeavors as well. Now, we've got the Chariot card. As soon as I touch this card, nobody's going to like this, but I have to give it to you because, number one, I'm getting... If you've got a car, you may have some sort of car trouble in the month of February, okay? With the Page of Swords, for example, this could be like it's time to tax your car, for example. So make sure like deadlines, you adhere to dates because it could like come back to bite you on the you-know-what. But it could also be that like you get a fine. Okay, because the Page of Swords is here and it's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. So it can indicate, a fine, or it could indicate that you have to seek some sort of advice about your car. I would, if you're having any long journeys this month, I would definitely like check your oil, check your, check the gas, of course, that's a given. But, the water, when you've got the windscreen wipers, things like that, just check it over before you go on a long journey, just to make sure that you don't run out of those things on your long journey. Okay, that's what's coming up there. Now, also, I'm getting an energy here of someone that you used to know is trying to make their way back into your life, okay? Now, this could be in terms of an ex. I'm going to pull a card on it. We got the Chariot card, we got the Page of Swords, and we've got the Knight of Wands. Someone that you don't really want to think about, someone who actually thinks about you a lot, and they see you as very attractive. They're very physically attached to you, okay? And this person, they're here today, gone tomorrow, okay? So they may come into your world promising you the world, but never deliver anything. So if you know who this might be, I feel there's a potential this person will reach out. But with the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords, I feel there's this energy of it kind of breaks your heart to really disconnect from this person and go silent on them. However, I feel like you're protecting the sanctity of your heart, and I feel peace of mind. I feel you don't really want to return to that because the Five of Cups is like, this person regrets how they dealt with things. I feel this person disappointed you. And I feel that you're moving on. You're hoping for new love. So if you're single currently, I feel there is a potential for new love, definitely here in February. I feel there's a spark between you and someone new. But also I feel there is a potential of someone where it's stalled. Okay, or it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It just seems to lose traction. It just seems like it's hot and heavy, then it's nothing. Okay, this person could come in. Ooh, okay. We've got, this person always keeps you waiting. Okay, this is someone that you do care about. The Queen of Cups there. We got the Three of Pentacles. So, I mean, this could be somebody who's got somebody else with Three of Pentacles there, but it could also be somebody at your work environment or in your community that you're really, like, you're fond of. But I feel like with the Three of Wands there, it's like you're waiting for alternative options. You're not really interested in this person or what they have to say. I mean, with the Page of Swords there, this person keeps an eye on you quite a lot. I feel like they do have feelings, but at the same time, they're not emotionally available to offer you an in-depth love or a love that you truly deserve and desire. So I feel like, you know, the Death card says it's the end, okay? I feel like you're not transforming it, especially since we've got the Eight of Cups present and we've got the Five of Cups. It's like that situation is done and dusted. But I feel this person is thinking about reaching out, and I feel like they will send you a flirty message. It's one of those messages where you're like, excuse me? You know, it's like, you know when like a player would send like a blanket message like, miss you, or something like that. It feels like something like that, okay? But I feel like you're not having it. I feel like you've erected healthier boundaries, and I feel like you're done and dusted there. But I have to mention it because it's coming up in the energy, okay? Now, let's move on from that. With the Chariot card being in the resistance position, some of you have been feeling a little bit like low motivation, and that can naturally happen when we've come from such a high as starting 2024 with all these aspirations and these intentions, and we feel like in this go-getting spirit, and we move forward on goals and plans, and then we get to the end of January and we move into February, and it's like, meh. Okay, it just feels like a little bit like the same old, the routine, the repetitive cycle. But I actually feel like you are changing your life in a really positive way, and slow and steady wins the race. You are making progress, okay? I definitely see that you're making progress, and sometimes it feels like you're not. But there's something here that you're thinking about giving up. And this could be, as I said, it doesn't have to be like a food substance, or, you know, it could be a friendship. It could be, you know, an environment. Some of you could be relocating or thinking about moving somewhere else where you feel like you belong. For some of you, it could be that you're giving up a route to work or a route to the shops, or because you just don't like the view, or you're finding an alternative, because the Page of Wands is like, how can I explore my current circumstances in bold, daring new ways, where I get to experience interesting people or interesting situations or see new things. So I feel like you're in a very explorative month this month, where you're looking at how you can do stuff that you already do, but in a different way. And the Chariot card, it says here, make a choice, make a decision and follow through. So some of you beautiful Pisceans, and I have to mention it because it's in the energy for 2024, you're going to see a lot of like, you know, merges, big companies, downsizing, you know, even closing down major branches. So you're going to see a lot of that in 2024. I'm not going to lie to you. You can see it yourself. And some of you may have already experienced some sort of closure in a career or some sort of merge in a career. And I feel like you're just working out how you feel about it, or you're moving on to something else. This time is a restructure period, and actually it will work for you in the better, because you're going to be very visionary. And not only do I see here you getting a new role, but also I see you setting up like new projects to become like an entrepreneur, utilizing your creative skills that you came to this lifetime with to set something up and be your own boss. So things are shifting in a very different way. And I definitely see that you are in a very powerful position actually to have more, or to make progress on your path. Anything that's in the resistance position, it turns into the upright by the end of February. So the Chariot card is make a choice, make a decision, and follow through. As I said, there's 3 moments, big moments in the month of February where you're going to get major news. And you're going to have a set of decisions that you have to make, okay? You're going to make the right decisions for you. Some of you are going to withdraw in order to get clarity and peace of mind. I want you to be aware, especially with your 4 swords there, you are protected during this time. So if some of you are really struggling with something, because the Chariot card can indicate, you feel a little bit lost in direction, or you know the goal of what you want to achieve, but you just feel the path is really difficult and long right now, a path is being made clear for you and you are making progress. As I said, it goes into the upright, which means success, triumph, victory, having, that dedication, that drive. So if you felt a little bit unmotivated recently, or you've lacked confidence in some area, this month is about being bold, daring, and empowered. And I feel like you're going to have the energy to accomplish any goal that you set your mind on. Now, if you are taking a vacation or some sort of travel, there are going to be delays. That's so frustrating, I know, but I see delays here for you. Protect your peace of mind, okay, because I'm seeing here that you're really trying to look at managing stress levels this month. I feel like it's something that you've been thinking about doing for quite some time, and doing it, I feel, for quite some time. And I feel like you're going to be successful at it, but because Mars is in the mix in the middle of the month, I feel it's really important because it could be a high pressure time, especially if you're driving, okay? You may see some road rage or things like that. Protect the sanctity of your own peace of mind and don't allow their actions to get in the way of you driving safely, okay? I don't see anything negative here. I want you to be aware there's no tower, everything's okay, but I just want you to be aware that, just breathe, okay? It's all going to be good. It's all going to be okay. Now, we do have the Page of Swords here, and it is in the resistance position at the first part of the month, and this can indicate some of you may hear news about tax, and it may not be news that you really want to hear. So, for example, it could be like a larger tax bill than what you're expecting. Please don't shoot the messenger. I have to just give you the energy that I'm being given here. Some of you may also, I'm just getting an energy here, though. The main energy I've got is you're going to work it out. It's going to be no problem. You're protected. You're going to work it out. So don't worry about it. But also the main energy I'm getting here is there is a document coming in that you do not want to miss. Okay. And you may need to investigate it a little bit further. I feel like it's something quite exciting, actually, but you don't want to miss it because it will delay it. I feel like there is some sort of deadline, a date attached to it. This could be like an important document, like a visa, a passport, or it could be something that you know that you need to do, but you haven't got the paperwork in just yet. So just watch out, because for some reason I also feel there could be some paperwork that you need to deal with, but it feels like a third party hasn't sent it through. So you may want to chase that, okay? So if there's anything that you're waiting on and you feel like, it's been a couple of weeks now, should have got it in by now, please call up the person that you're dealing with or the company that you're dealing with, because I feel like it kind of got a little bit lost in the system and you may want to check that out. I mean, it could have even been sent to the wrong address or something like that. So I'm not here to make you feel paranoid. I'm here to highlight it so that you don't miss out on it, so it doesn't impede your path in some way, okay? Now, the Page of Swords, of course, will go into the upright. Lots of new ideas and feeling inspired this month. Some of you may want to dig a little bit deeper on something. If you bring your car to the garage, for example, and you are given a quote on the work that needs to be done, if you feel it's a little bit high, do your due diligence, check it out either at another garage or, perhaps look online and see what the typical rate is. And, I feel like you get to negotiate a better deal, okay? Or take it somewhere else is what I see there as well. But the Page of Swords is an energy of also being headhunted. So I do feel that some of you may be tapped for a raise or promotion this month, but I feel it's in a different form. It just feels like it's not the first thing that's offered. I don't know how to describe that. So, for example, it could be that you're offered something and you're like, okay, it hasn't come through, or perhaps it seems to have gone to somebody else and people had talked to you about it at first. It feels like there's something secondary lined up and you get the secondary thing, whatever that is. But it's even better than what was proposed in the first place. So again, don't sweat it, because I feel it's better in the long run. Now, also, Page of Swords can indicate that you've got fresh new ideas, new perspectives on an old situation, something that perhaps you had in motion, that you started, but you didn't finish it. This could be like a book that you're writing. It could be a screenplay. It could be a piece of art. It could be a project that you've been working on behind the scenes. Something that has been in motion but hasn't been finished. This is the month where you return to it and you make headway on it, but also I feel there's a strong potential that you finish it this month, or you're close to finishing it this month, and you're going to celebrate that as well, okay? Now, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is an energy of passion, of being driven, but it starts off in the resistance position. So a lot of you beautiful Pisceans, at the beginning of the month, you may feel like it's a slower pace as you move through the month. And then it picks up pace round about the middle, as soon as Mars starts getting super active. Now, the Knight of Wands is all about your creativity, your passion, your drive, but it's also a card of being very goal-oriented. It's having the courage to, take the adventurous route. Some of you may set up second streams of income. So you may have like a typical, like contracted working environment that you work with, a company that you work with, but also you may set up something on the side, because this can represent like freelance work, or it can represent like spontaneous projects, or feeling like you need to shake things up a little bit to bring a little bit more fun, enjoyment, or adventure into your life in some way. This is the brilliant spark. You've got an incredible mind, and then you're going to have the passion and the drive and the determination to see it through to the end. So it's a really exciting time to get clear on what it is that you want. Also, the Knight of Wands, for those who are single and looking for love, okay, I do feel with the Knight of Wands being present and then the Five of Cups there, I feel there is a potential for a fling, that you meet someone who is very interesting, very exciting to be with, but I feel this person, again, it's this energy of not being emotionally available to be in a high-level commitment. But intuitively, especially since you have the Four of Swords here, intuitively you'll feel it. For some of you, this may be an ex who tries to return, but it could also be somebody new, because pages bring new energy. It could be a person where you study or where you work, or a place that you are invited to where you meet this person. But I feel like you get the vibes already. It's a nice flirtation. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, with the Five of Cups here, I feel like you let go of that person and a soulmate is on the way for you, okay? So with the Four of Swords there and the Page of Wands, there is a spark of meeting someone new, and it is soulmate energy. So I feel there's a potential for a fling, or someone who's very flirtatious at the beginning, but I also feel like actually you move away from the energy and meet a soulmate. So I just want to clarify that for you. Ten of Cups. So yeah, I don't feel, with the cards that have popped up for you, with the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Swords, that tells me that, this person, it's not your forever person, okay? The new person who's about to come at the end of the month, Five of Cups, which means 2 cups are delivered there. That's soulmate energy. And when you get a Page of Wands combined with that, Page of Wands is someone who's loyal, someone who is, it's almost like they start as a friend first, and they're very faithful. And this person, they're looking for commitment. So I do see, if you are single and looking for love, this is a month where there's a lot of flirtation, but I feel intuitively you'll be drawn to the person who is your soulmate. And there is a happy ever after there. You will marry and settle down with this person, okay? But ultimately, for those of you who are not looking for love, if you're in a high-level commitment already, I feel like you're deepening your commitment and reigniting that spark with the person that you're with. And I feel some of you may even think about having a quick getaway, even if it's like a night out of town, or even if it's like a planned weekend away or quick trip, or even a major vacation, because you have both travel cards here. Some of you may be planning, a big vacation together, or even a move. I feel like there's a conversation that comes up like, what if we moved to this place? Could you live there? Could we like have a wonderful life there? Because I feel this energy of planning for the future happening in February as well. And I really feel you may look at one environment where you feel this is the place, but actually you find or discover by accident another place that's not too far away. And I feel that's your like forever home. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. Now, your outcome energy, we have the Emperor. So this is a prime time for some of you to set up your own business, okay, to launch an entrepreneurship. If you're very creative, because I see with the Knight of Wands, you're someone who is super talented, very gifted, and you have a lot of interesting ideas that are very unique. So I feel setting up your own business is a really great time and to do that, should I say. But also the Emperor can indicate if you're in a career, this is promotion vibes. This is people in positions of power, noticing what you do and elevating you. So this is a strong month to be seen. But I feel, as I said, it's a strange one. It feels, and I can't quite pin the energy. I'll always be honest and say I can't quite pin it, but it feels very much like something that you're offered. It kind of like doesn't go your way or it doesn't go to you. And then there's this other opportunity that's even better and that comes your way. Still, I feel there's more status, more responsibility. There's definitely more work, but I feel also there's a small increase in your finances as well, okay? But the Emperor energy can also indicate some of you are searching for guidance or for a mentor to help you in some area of your life. So, for example, if you're thinking about relocating across the world, you may actually, try to find accountants or solicitors or lawyers or people who can help you find out the rules and regulations and policies of moving your life and your whole business and your family overseas. For some of you, it could be that you're wanting to set up like a YouTube channel and you're looking online at videos of how to do it, finding a mentor, someone who can guide you so that you don't go through the pitfalls that they did. They're giving good advice. But also the Emperor energy is about success. It's about dominating the energy. It's about, reaching your goal, looking at your responsibilities and, having tasks that you need to complete. So I feel like you are going to be very productive this month. But the Emperor says you're in a mode of doing. It is a masculine energy to take action and to remain calm in the chaos. And you've got two cards here that really highlight that. 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Remaining calm in the chaos or the difficulty. Now, I will pull a card on the 3 of Swords there for you to see what that's all about. For some of you, it could be that you are seeking guidance through healing. You could be going on a spiritual journey because you've gone through a separation or you've gone through a period where something isn't working for you and you feel that you need guidance or a mentor to help you through it or to help you understand your feelings on something, whether it's like a download from YouTube that you're watching or whether it's actually like a counselor or someone in a position of authority to help you in some way. But the Emperor energy can also indicate that you are keeping an eye on the establishments that govern our current circumstances. Especially with the 4 of Swords there and the 3 of Swords, you can see how difficult things are becoming and you're trying to remain peaceful because you recognize that if these experiences, they change your vibration, they hinder you more than anybody else. So I feel like you're trying to remain positive in difficult times and be resourceful with the energy that you've got and the skill set that you've got. And I actually see, really great things coming your way. So if you are struggling at the moment, I feel it's like a very short period and then things get infinitely better for you there as well. The Emperor says you're in control, but also I feel like you are creating a strategy or a plan for the next 5 years. So I feel like you are super busy this month. It is a lot, but you're someone who is very capable of being super organized in order to make life happen for you and not be against you, especially since, some of you may have felt a little bit unorganized in the month of January. You may have felt that you're trying to catch up with yourself at the end of January into February. But as you move through the month of February, you're going to be super organized. You're going to be really on it. And I feel, you're going to need good quality rest. Now, we do have the 4 of Swords. And we have the 3 of Swords. Combined, this means you are protected during difficult times or times that have the potential to really hurt you or, disappoint you, shall we say. But I have to pull a card on it. The 4 of Swords is healing. it's meditation, it's rest, it's recuperation, but it's also about taking quiet time to find clarity in your circumstances. So if you've been wrestling with an idea or you're wrestling to find a solution on something, taking like time out into nature or having some good quality me time allows you the breath and the space and the quality of peace of mind to find a solution, okay? Also good quality sleep. Whenever I've got a problem that I'm wrestling with, or I need to, when I was studying for something, this is a really interesting thing. When I was studying for something, I was under a lot of pressure many years ago, and I would be studying, like, I'm talking like 2 a.m., really trying to, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., trying to study so much and cram it all in, and also do life and do work and all of the things, pay the bills. And, sometimes when I was highly pressured, my mind would not remember any of the things. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's not going in. I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't do it. That was the inner critic that says, oh my gosh, you're about to do something incredible with your life. We need to come along and try and stop you with, that inner narrative. So what I found was when I was getting tired, and I'm thinking, okay, it's not going in, I would just even take a cat nap or go to sleep. And I found that the brain is such an incredible supercomputer that suddenly when I woke up and was refreshed, all the information was there. It was just overloaded, just like a computer. When we overload it with tasks, suddenly it starts to glitch or it starts to slow down. And that's like your body. It's telling you you need good quality rest. So if some of you are feeling a little bit glitchy or a little bit of brain fog, then even having a cat nap or, finding pockets to just find peace of mind and good quality sleep in the evenings or when you're, going to bed, because some people are night shift workers and some people are not. I feel working on your own timetable, your own sort of bodily rhythm is really important. Pay close attention to what it is telling you, okay? But the Four of Swords does tend to mean that you are protected, okay? And in all of your endeavors, you are protected. But I feel there's an energy here of there is a potential disappointment at the end of the month. I can't give it to you in any other way because we have a Five of Cups and we have the Three of Swords here. Now, the main energy I'm getting is a miscommunication. Okay, so it could be that if, for example, documents are delayed or lost in the post, there could be a miscommunication, okay, and it's upsetting for you, it's disappointing for you. Ultimately, it'll work out in your favor. The universe has got your back and things will work out as they should. So there really is nothing to stress about. I want you to be aware of that. But it could also indicate some of you are going to withdraw because you feel something didn't go your way, but the universe is aligning something even better than before to show up for you, okay? I'll come to that card in a moment, but the Three of Swords can indicate someone may say something verbally that wounds, especially since Mars is in the mix, but I really want to pull a card on the Three of Swords to see what difficulty this could be for you, okay? So, life is all about ups and downs, but I see that you are protected during these circumstances, and it just feels like the universe comes in straight away with something else to help you in your situation. You'll move on from this. Now, this could be travel. It could be a disappointment or a delay that really upsets you. Okay, but the Chariot card can also indicate, something that you feel tries to impede your progress. So whether it's someone who's trying to micromanage you, that can be in families or friendships. It doesn't always have to be in the work environment. It could be someone who has an idea of what they expect from you. And in order to get you to do what they want you to do, I feel, sometimes people can be verbally manipulative, to get their own way. And I feel there's a potential here for a bit of a clash or an argument, or someone could say something that really hurts you. But with the Chariot card, I feel like you get over it, you move away from it. You may withdraw in order to really think about it. It makes you feel very thoughtful. Ultimately, come in, just pull a card. You're being independent. You're living life on your own terms. Nine of Pentacles is an indication that you are making progress to create a solid foundation for yourself, to build a life of luxury. And if anybody expected you to do something on their terms, well, I feel like they're in for a shock because you're living life on your terms. And, I feel with that Nine of Pentacles there, you're creating more wealth. I feel like you are in self-control mode. I feel like you're self-reliant. And I feel like there's an energy of establishing higher boundaries here as well. You're sticking to your plans and you're making progress. So whatever this is that comes in at the end of the month that has the potential to disappoint you, I feel like it's not going to be detrimental to your path. You're still going to be successful. You're still going to increase in money as well there. And also I feel there's a sense of power, and there's an energy of being comfortable as well. So I feel financially, when I'm looking at your finances there, I feel there may be like a surprise bill or fine that comes in, okay? But I feel you're still going to be comfortable. It may annoy you and it may frustrate you, but I feel anything that you give out, it will be replenished long term. Now, with the Five of Cups here, as you can see, this figure is actually kind of like running away from almost the three spilt cups. Normally in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, a figure sort of laments three cups that have spilt on the floor. So this can indicate, you know, something disappointed and did not meet your expectation, and you've felt difficulties or shortages of something ever since, but the universe is sending 2 extra cups. Now, this can be connected to love, for example, because cups and water are all about emotions, about feelings of love and passion and desire or dreams. So it can indicate something that you feel like you lose out on, but the universe is setting something up that is more rewarding. So it could be if you've separated from someone, or you feel like there's a shortage of people to have a relationship with who really has that spark. You know, I will be doing a singles reading separately straight after the monthly, so we'll dive in a little bit deeper to that. But the universe is sending you like a soulmate after that experience. If it is a dream or an opportunity that you feel didn't go your way, or you're feeling a little bit pessimistic about something because you've sacrificed a lot and it just doesn't seem to be working in your favor, the universe is sending you a resource to help you out of the funk. So I definitely see that there's an opportunity that is going to be quite by surprise. But there's a very cautionary tale with the Five of Cups, which basically says release, you know, the sadness, and don't focus on it too much, because you may miss the good stuff that is about to arrive for you or is currently present in your life. Okay, so I feel you're releasing something that's no longer working for you this month, and I feel it actually opens you up and frees you from, it's like a liberation, you know, it frees you up. And we've also got the Page of Wands, to be explorative, to venture forward, to be bold, and to follow your passions. But also, I feel this is about taking the initiative to do something that really excites you. So this could be like a creative project. It could be an entrepreneurship. It could also be the beginning of studying something that you're passionate about and cultivating it till you become like a master or a mistress of it, okay? But also the Page of Wands is to reignite that lust for life. So if some of you are feeling a little bit of a lull because, you know, the year has started and we've started really like high on intentions, and then there's that little dip, I feel like you're back to best. You know, your motivation, your drive is sort of moving you forward. And for some of you, I feel this is like really exciting news. I feel the universe is sending you either a really great idea on how to change your life to get the best out of it, but also I feel it could be a spark, you know, a spark of brilliance. Not only that, but a spark of chemistry between you and another person. I also feel that there is someone who is a friend of yours who's going through hardship at the moment. They're going to come to you for some advice, and you're going to give them really great advice there as well. So I feel you're going to help them out of a tight spot because you've got a beautiful heart there. Overall, this is a great month. Yes, there are some ups and downs. I'm not going to lie to you there. But as I said, I feel like you're protected and redirected. Whenever there is a rejection, remember, it is for protection and redirection towards something even greater. And I feel a very passionate month ahead for you as well, leading with your passions. Let me just pop that back there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Anything more my beautiful Pisceans need to be aware of? Well, your 7th house, my guides are giving me. Your 7th house is partnerships, people in your everyday circumstances. You're going to be deepening those partnerships and alliances. And, you know, some of you may even start up businesses with people that you trust. Any partnerships that you go into, of course, in business, make sure you set up like a contract. I mean, there's 3 pages here, so it could be a group of people having ideas of coming together in an entrepreneurship, perhaps, or it could be 3 friends thinking about going away on a vacation. I feel it's like making sure that you're all on the same page there as well. Now, also, if you are looking for love, it could be a strong time to meet a partner, as I said there, but I do feel like there's a potential for a fling first, or someone that perhaps, you know, you're not really kind of vibing with. There's a flirtation there, but you may not want to take it any further. But also, this house is all about being discerning about the company that you keep and seeing and observing who really has your back and who supports you on your journey, because it is your journey, okay? Now, also, we have alchemy, so a little bit of extra magic. As I said right at the beginning of the reading, I was seeing the High Priestess, and that's all about alchemy, you know, spiritual development, using and utilizing the vibrations that are available to you to enhance your life, but also being interested in the mysteries of the universe. And it says here, the path you're on is about to go through a very powerful transformation, and you can see it yourself there. It says transition, changing, and a shift. I feel like you're on the right path. You're being guided intuitively towards mixing things up a little bit. We've also got center stage. And it says here, you're not meant to be on the sidelines. Let your wishes and dreams take center stage. Oh my gosh. Now, really interesting, because before I came to this reading, I kept being given a little tune, okay? And it's not something that's in the charts. It's not a song that was released, I don't think anyway. And I'm just seeing it again now, but I'm hearing it, but I'm seeing what it's actually attached to, okay? And it's the I Dream of Jeannie theme tune. Now, this is a very, very like old TV series, old American TV series about a genie and an astronaut, I think. Yeah, I think he's an astronaut. And, you know, it's about a romance between the two people as well. I feel like they fall in love. But I keep, like, I mean, the show is called I Dream of Jeannie, so it could be that you're going to get a wish, or you're dreaming of something that is a wish come true. And I feel there's a potential there for that to happen, especially since it says wishes and dreams taking center stage. Attention, fame, important. Okay, now you didn't get the star energy. It doesn't mean that you are not having the potential to be famous. There is a real potential for someone to see what you have to offer in terms of your gifts and talents, because you are very talented. So there is a creative project available here that may launch you into the public eye. But do be aware of the trappings of fame, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, it just feels there's this energy of seeing through people's motives and being a little bit jaded, that it just feels like all is not what it seems in some way. I don't know. So it could be like, for example, you get a wonderful role if you're like an actor or an artist or a musician. And it could mean that, like, for example, they want to use your gifts but not pay you as much as you'd hoped, or pay you as much as other people. Or it could be that they change the role or the circumstances last minute, and then the project is not what you imagined it would be at the first. So make sure you get everything written down, contract thing. That's what's coming out there as well. So just pay close attention to that. Now, we also have golden moment. So very positive month ahead. Yes, there's a little bit of a bump in the road at the end of the month, but I feel like you're going to take care of business there. It's going to be fine. It says a blessing is on its way. An important door is opening up for you that will make you very happy. Rare, once in a lifetime, special. And we also have celebration here as well, okay? So there is like a linear energy here where it feels like alternative circumstances and forces beyond your human control are at work to put you in a really good position to be in the right place at the right time. And it says here, this is a great time in your life. Things are progressing with grace and ease as never before. Triumph, parties, fun times. Now, I did mention here that, you know, triumph, it will be yours. But I'm also seeing an invitation coming in to something that's very creative or very fun to be at. You may think about not going, but if you don't go, I feel like you really will lose out there. Okay, so that's coming through as well. Now I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Oh, we only got one there. And we have the wood rune. Okay, so this is about energy, vibes. That's why it's coming up quite a lot in the readings there. My guides are mentioning the vibrations at this time. It is critical that we try to remain in as high vibe as possible. I know it's easier said than done. I totally know that, okay? But this rune is all about, you know, positivity. It's about knowledge, gaining new knowledge. But also, interestingly enough, this rune can also connect to lust. So it's like lust for life, but also, you know, a lusty person coming in. You get to decide whether you want to connect to a lusty person. That's your call. But also, there is a potential for a soulmate here as well. but also it could be the lust that you have for life, lust for your passions, your projects returning, having that energy returning, and, you know, facing up to things. Giving up the old, embracing the new. So I definitely see you're in a very powerful position. Also, they're showing me lots of trees right now as well. So this can be about embracing nature, you know, putting your feet on the grass or on the ground there, connecting to wood of the trees, the bark, so that it's about the channel of energy as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Pisceans. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisces. Love and light.